Hello everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. It is now 12 o'clock and I will be going down my granddaughter's this afternoon. That's why I'm knitting this now, because I would normally do this in the afternoon, but as I'm going down my granddaughter's, I don't take orders when I go down my granddaughter's, because you know, with the kids and that I could make mistakes and that, but I've had to change. As you can see, I'm using different needles on this. I've had to change the needles. I was using these ones, the Knit Pro Sings, but these are very good needles to knit with because they are sort of slippy, and when you're knitting with them it's just like slicing through butter, and the stitches practically fall off the needles. Well, it's great. Well, I'm knitting this with just my hand without any gloves on. If I was doing it like that, it would be great. But because it's a bit awkward knitting with these gloves and that, and the gloves making the needles even more slippy, so I've changed to an old pair of 5.5mm. The only problem, these ones are, well, as you can see, they're quite a bit longer. I can't remember what length these were. I think these ones are about 14 inches. These ones must be about 15 inches, I think. And they are a little bit awkward because but anyway, it's a lot easier knitting with these gloves, with these needles, because they're not quite as slippy and the wool doesn't sort of fall off. And the only problem is I'm having with these gloves, I'm going to have to put a stitch in the thumb part, because you can see it's quite too long. And the same with that one. I keep pulling it down like that, but it keeps coming up when I'm knitting and the needle keeps catching it. So I'm going to have to put both thumbs have to put a couple of stitches, make it a little bit shorter, the thumb, because it's meant for longer thumbs than mine, I think. But I just keep pulling it down like that every so often, and at least it's a little bit cooler today, and that's better for me because I'm wearing a dress now, so I've got something on my knee here to keep the wool on top. Instead, I had my shorts on yesterday and I was itching like something not right, and I didn't realise the thing was on my bare legs. And then the same, I didn't have a cardigan on either, and when the knitting was getting so far along the needle, it was resting on my arm like that, and that was making me itch as well. So I'm only wearing a cardigan while I'm doing this knitting because it still is a bit warm. I don't need a cardigan on, and the gloves aren't too bad today, but it was far too warm yesterday and the day before for wearing these gloves. But I think it's only about 18 degrees or something. It's dropped down from about 21, I think, today. That's all we're getting today. So I'm going to do as much as I can of this before I go down my granddaughter's, and then just start. I'll probably take something else. Maybe use another cardigan I was knitting to make another pattern. I'll just finish off this row and put these down, because I can take the gloves off and that and show you what else I've been doing. But I just want to finish this row. The other thing, I'm getting used to this longer needle. Actually, I think it rests better on my arm. But these are just old needles, you know, that probably about 40 years old, something like that. It has the millimetre size on it, so I must have bought them after we changed to the millimetre sizes, because I'm not sure what size this used to be. 5.5mm. Oh, I look on in our old English sizes. The 550 used to be size 5. That was the old English size. Yes, the 5 was the 6 and the 550 was the 5. as the number, our old sizes, as the number got smaller, the needle got larger. That's the way it worked out. But it's a lot easier knitting with these needles because they're not quite as slippy as what the Zing ones are. Because these ones, that's why they're so good, because I mean I can slide up and down like that, but this one doesn't slide exactly the same way. So anyway, I'll put that down and I'll put that knitting down. I'll pick it up later on after the video because I just take the gloves off. It still is a little bit warm. At least the gloves aren't as warm as what the other things I was wearing. These ones, I've dropped it on the floor, because these ones made my hands sweat, and then if it was really warm, it was even worse. And I have been working on my pattern again today because there is just one or two little things that needed changing on it. They weren't faults, they were just something that I needed to change the words better on them. And on the original one, I had wanted to put that picture on because it had all, so that would show you like the 16, the 18, the 20, and that's the 22 and the 24, show you all the 5 sizes on the pattern. But that was the way it came out. I couldn't get it to work right on my computer, but I've been working on it today and I've got it to work out right. So I'm changing, I do another pattern. I'm going to be changing that one picture to that one now. Just takes a little bit working out, you know, when I'm not getting annoyed. When I don't get annoyed, I can work things out better, because I was getting annoyed because I couldn't get that picture. It didn't matter how many times I did it and changed it, it just would not come out. But I worked it out this morning, so that's okay. I'm going to change that one. And people are knitting it, and I've never had anybody, no one has said anything about any complaints or anything yet, so I'm hoping that there's nothing wrong with it, and then I'll be able to put it up for sale on eBay and Etsy. But anyway, I've been knitting. Finished the back on the Rosebud one, so I just have the 2 fronts, and this will be one I'm going to put some embroider, the little flowers I did on another cardigan. I've decided to put them on, maybe on the bottom, in between each lot of rosebuds on the back and across the bottom of the front. But I'll wait until I actually finish it to make my mind up. So that's what I've done with that one. And I haven't done a lot more with this one really. This is the one I'm going to take down my granddaughter's, get a bit more of this done. I think I've done a couple of rows, that was all on it, because I did want to try to work on the green one and try and get that one finished, and then I can get on with the other orders, because I do have one or two other orders for cardigans, ladies' cardigans. So I only got a couple of rows of that one done. But like I'm saying, I'm going to take that one down my granddaughter's. Doesn't matter, you know, what the kids get up to. If I make a mistake, I can just pull it out when I get it home. But I don't want to make a mistake on an order anyway. And I am still in the same place with the with this. I'll probably get this finished off tomorrow morning. It'll not take me much longer now, because I only have a couple more rows to do around the whole thing. Yes, I'm doing a double crochet all around the whole thing. I was going backwards and forwards like that at first, and then I decided I might need a little bit more length, so I started, after I'd done around the side, I started going around that side and then coming down there again and round the other side, so that would add a little bit more length to the thing. And seeing as it's not quite wide enough yet, I can probably do a couple more rows, just double crochet all the way around the whole thing before I put the white or the cream. I'll be putting cream on, like. So that's all. I haven't done any more of it. I'm trying to find where this was some yarn that Emma sent to me, and it didn't actually tell you on the label what thickness it was, but I think it's more, maybe like 4-ply. So it's come out a bit finer than what other ones I was doing, but this has a lining in, it doesn't make any difference. But Emma sent me a few balls of this, and it's actually 50% cotton and 50% bamboo. I think I might now have the label here somewhere for it. I'll have a look for the label and see what it says. Oh, there, that's it. It is Stylecraft Naturals, bamboo and cotton. No, it's 60% bamboo and 40% cotton. Now I'm using a 4.5mm hook, because that's what I've used on all the other pouches, but that was when I noticed this one was coming out a little bit finer. I'm looking for to see what size needle it tells you on here. Oh, 4mm. It says 3.5mm hook, but it has 4mm for the needle, so that's equivalent to double knitting, but it's very fine. I would say it's more like 4-ply. And there is approximately 250 meters or 273 yards. So for cotton, that's quite a long length. So I would say it seems more like 4-ply to me, but I'm still doing the 4.5 hook on it, because I think that's better for something if you're putting a lining on. It doesn't matter whether, you know, whether they're not big holes, but whether there's holes, you have a lining on, it covers it anyway. So that's that one. I'll wrap that back up inside there. It'll stop it unraveling. Put the hook back in. So that's that one. And that's my little bit for today. So I'm going to say thumbs up and subscribe, and I'll catch you all another time. And I'm going to get back on with that green cardigan. Put my gloves back on again. She's funny putting gloves on in the middle of the summer, but never mind. So bye for now.